This is self-care when you're broke. You gotta save up when the getting's good. You know, that's how you ride the feast and famine. But you always must take care of your skin because that's your biggest organ. And another way you can use your skin is before you train at the gym, or actually you can do it anywhere. Anywhere you have space to lay down on the ground and roll. Like, that's you communicating to your whole being that something's about to go down. And your whole, like your biggest organ is like, what's up? And so I used to do that with my personal training clients many years ago. I'll probably do that again soon. So, the most important thing is to moisturize your skin. And when you don't have the moolah for fancy brands and fancy whatnots, you can use, at least I do, coconut oil. And if you really want to get fancy, when the getting's good, get some essential oils and then drop a little bit of that into your warm coconut oil and mix it up and then let it cool to room temperature, and that's skincare. And truth be told, you can buy this with your groceries. So easy peasy. You can even do it on Stamps, whatever you call it, where you are. And I've been doing this for years. In fact, other things you can do with your coconut oil is make toothpaste with baking soda and also peppermint essential oil. So that's a little bonus tip for you. And we're gonna have more fun with self-care, with love. It's about to go down. Subscribe if you like. I would love to have you interact with me here so that we can vibe on the internet. Bye for now. P.S. I said that you can save up when the getting's good for when you go broke, which is really not a good idea to think like that, you know? So I'm not gonna think like that anymore. Prosperity consciousness is my new jam. And it's a book that you can look up on Audible by Frederick Lerman, I believe. And I'm going to talk about that some more because it all starts with consciousness. If you don't have your mental health and consciousness and emotional health intact, like everything else is going to be like me. And if you carry on like that for a long time, then it's going to be like your life is just going to go like nuts. And not in the way that, you know, they advertise is the best way. So, some things I saved up. Unbelievable brow. Did you know that the word unbelievable is actually not a great word? Because you're basically telling the universe you don't believe that. So if something amazing happens to you, don't say unbelievable. Say like, I believe it. And I receive it. I've been saving up with this one. And another thing about consciousness is that if you think about something long enough, it will happen. And this is a weird thing, but I inherited my dad's big eyebrows. You wouldn't believe it now, right? Right. Because I thought about having thin eyebrows for a long time. And I plucked them to death. And so, you know, aligned action also. Like that's one of the spirituality principles. So you gotta have your consciousness set, and then you gotta take aligned action. So, but not only did I do that, then I got cancer and had chemo, and then my eyebrows fell off entirely. So, and they grew back, and they were maybe even thinner than they were before. And in fact, someone actually told me, like, you should have thicker eyebrows. And I was just like, really? How vain are you? It's all about the soul, man. And anyway, I didn't say that though. I was just like, oh, well, I like to be healthy, most importantly, not worry about my eyebrows because I'm kind of low maintenance in certain ways. So I got this little goldfish bowl. It actually, someone gifted this to me because you can still have abundance when you're broke. You just have a different kind of abundance. You maybe don't have abundance of money, but you have abundance of other things. And maybe you also have abundance of lack. Not maybe, for sure. So someone gave me this from their cocktail bowl when they went to a party. And I thought, how cool. And then recently, before I had a bunch of crystals in it, and then I planted those crystals when I moved my last place and sent magic into the world with those crystals because you can send love anywhere. In fact, you can also send love up and down the supply chains when you eat anything. And you're changing the experience of that. And that, my friends, is modern alchemy, according to the Mikoverse. So I saved up a bunch of stuff, and now I'm thinking like, okay, enough with the scarcity mindset, enough with thinking I don't deserve, enough with thinking like I'm a bad person, enough with thinking like things that I just don't want to think anymore. You know, it's time for a new self-care. But I will say, oh, but's on the list of no words, because it kind of negates what happened before, but maybe sometimes you want to negate what happened before. Anyway, another cheap thing you can do when you're broke is use vegetable glycerin. Nobody's sponsoring this video yet. And this is also great for my skin, and maybe yours too. Another thing that's also great for your body when you're broke, and even when you're not, is baking soda. Baking soda is good for the teeth. Some people don't use toothpaste at all. And when I was going through cancer treatment, I made toothpaste with baking soda, coconut oil, and peppermint. And I think a couple times I put xylitol in it because that's supposed to be good for protecting your teeth from cavities. So you can do that too. So those are the essentials. I mostly just use a little bit of brow liner, so because I like people to be able to see the expressions on my face really clearly when I use my eyebrows. I never told anybody that. And eyeliner usually too, because sometimes I think that if I don't have eyeliner on, it looks like I'm tired. And sometimes I am, so it's kind of like I'm hiding my tiredness with eyeliner. And maybe it helps me look more Asian too, and I want to honor all of me, you know. So that's awesome. Another thing that's awesome is this kind of, I don't even have the brand on it anymore because it's lasted me a long time, but it's one of these blush sticks that's like actually blush and lipstick at the same time. So you can put like a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and you can even put a little bit on your eyes. I'll do it right now. So, and you know, maybe people will be like, oh, you're not supposed to do it that way. This is the way we do it in Mikowopolis. You do it your way. I'm just showing you. We can all learn from each other, right? Okay, maybe a little bit more. Sometimes I get a bit too subtle. It's like hiding my light under a bushel. Okay. One day when I am fully in my prosperity consciousness and have like editing and you know, people to help me who do things better, certain things better, then it will be a different kind of video. Oh yeah. This one I'm not crazy about for the lips. It's not bad though. So there, I'm a little more rosy. And if I'm also feeling like I wanna give that little extra shimmer, I'll do my eyes too. Ah. All right, see, I don't put much, so you can't really tell. So it's like very subtle. And then I feel like I have just a little more color. And for another video, I got this one, the getting was good. And I was going through cancer and I was just like, everything needs to be a certain way. I want doctors everywhere. I know some people are like, no doctors, but I was like, there's so much love. Because I had so little love for myself, like I needed all the love I could get from everywhere. And that's like, I watched a video this morning that's kind of like an ego thing that you need, right? Because technically love is everywhere and it's just our inability to see it that is the problemo. So sometimes if I'm feeling, did I say I was gonna save this for another video? I guess I lied. So what I like to do, because I'm kind of you know, just like highlight what I've got, is I just take this. I'm using the phone as my mirror, so you know, low maintenance and all. I just do this. And then somewhere I read, probably in a magazine many years ago, that if you have Asian eyes, then you can put like a little bit of highlighter underneath your brow so that it looks like you have Western eyes. And I guess I want to honor like the Asian and, you know, and my Western. Okay, probably it's better to use an actual mirror with good lighting. I'm sure you do that. But it's good to be able to work with what you've got. I learned that from spy TV shows. Which ones? Alias. Alias was a big favorite. And that was actually my main favorite. Eliza Dushku in The Dollhouse was another one. Not exactly spies, but and then Burnhouse, but that was a dude, and he, you know, didn't have as much fashion going, but he did work with what he had. So, and I kind of related to that one time when I got burned. Burned myself. What was the other one? I was thinking of one more, and that was Nikita. Nikita. Yes, absolutely. It's good for that versatile thinking. Like sometimes, you know, you just got to do what you got. So while you're working on your prosperity consciousness, of course. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that and my new format, because I've kind of been playing around a little bit. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this long PS. Have an awesome day, and remember that you are awesome. You are so awesome, like everything, inside out. Remember that, focus on that, because that's the reality that you want to expand, right? That's what I want to expand. And, you know, it's kind of being present with the other stuff so I could understand what, like, I didn't want to happen anymore, like really clearly. And I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, enough of that, enough of that, enough of that. So join me and let us have some prosperity consciousness flood our existence. And that way we can have self-care when we're not broke. But this is in case you happen to be broke, or you want to know what to do if you're broke, or you just want to watch somebody be weird and talk about their life lessons. PPS, if you think that you need to be a certain way to deserve good things, I'm here to tell you that you are incorrect. Your service to the world is to be yourself. 100%. Now, if somebody else told you, unless you want, I mean, maybe that's yourself, but it's important to be yourself. And I was so scared to be myself at times that I would try to be other people, and we can choose to be whatever we want. We can choose to be like someone else. And if that's your jam, then more power to you. However, I want to say that your single most service to the world, what I learned from prosperity consciousness, and it completely, my heart was like, yes, when that happens. Yeah. So your service to the world is being yourself. Because when you are yourself, you're contributing unique intelligence to the planet, and everyone around you is going to learn a different way of being a human being. And you may disagree. However, I think it's a pretty bright idea that we came to this planet to explore intelligence in human form. And the best way to do that is to be our unique selves and beam that intelligence everywhere. All right, much love for now, and make sure to add love to your self-care. Bye for now, and much love.